Everyone, we have severely and intense news actually at the moment. My apologies for not going live earlier. I was unable to do so due to logistic issues, unfortunately. Due to third parties. You know, I do have a cat, so sometimes it can become a little bit on the difficult side. I do see that a lot of people are watching right now. By the way, calling out Destiny, of all people. Not going to debate the little midget dude, not necessary. He's clearly flipped the lid. He's gone completely insane on Twitter, and I'm not exactly sure why. He thinks I believe that he's having wins. He's actually having losses. Trump, of course, almost assassinated the other day. A gunman decided to open fire, and it came within about 2 inches of braining him. He managed to get lucky, which is also lucky for us because now he's probably being reelected, and that's a good thing. So fuck the would-be assassin, fuck the deep state, fuck the liberals, fuck all of you people. Basically Trump 2024, dude. That's the only solution that we have. Who else is really fucking tired of living through historic moments? Historic moments suck ass, says Steve. Yeah, we've had our share of them as millennials, like the Great Recession, the Trump mugshot, Trump almost being assassinated, and everything else that's happened in our lifetime. How many fucking things can happen in one person's lifetime? Holy shit. I guess maybe we have a little bit of cognitive dissonance, though, because, weird things did happen with older generations, but now we can talk about it on the internet. This is one insane day, by the way. We're going to be talking about, yes, I will show the cat. We'll be talking about a couple of the weirdest elements of this particular shooting. And holy shit. I mean, I don't even know 100% what to say because it's so fucking crazy. Yes, you can see Kitty. It's perfectly fine. Dental Fit. GoFundMe link here. GoFundMe/EOB09FE5. So we've got a Dental Fit GoFundMe link. Support for Butler, Butler, Pennsylvania victims, President Trump authorized. I cannot vouch for whether that's actually authorized for legal reasons, but it does appear that they've raised $1.6 million. So yeah, there's a GoFundMe up there. Bulldozer74. He only missed because Trump moved his head ever so slightly before the shot. I saw that. It's literally a miracle. There was divine intervention. I don't necessarily believe in that, but I do believe that Donald Trump is under some form of occult protection, mainly mine. I watched the video in slow-mo multiple times, was live with others till 4 a.m. talking about it. Yeah, don't worry, he is under protection. It's just, it's not necessarily the same religion that all of you follow. We're just going to be rambling, by the way, today. We got a lot to talk about. The Secret Service fucking up completely. Completely and royally. We've got to talk about that one. We've got to talk about the weird oddity that there's actually a separate video of people seeing the dude climbing up the building and getting ready to take his shots. And they're trying to talk to the cops, and the cops are like scrambling around. They don't know what the fuck to do. You aren't in communication with the Secret Service? I thought that you were. No, that's definitely an oversight. There was also a person who edited the script for the Wikipedia article about the assassination attempt, and that was really fucking weird, actually. Well, basically, they're just meat shields and weird shit like that. I don't even know what the fuck is going on. This is basically the what the fuck live stream at this point. Ego Mayhem. I sent you a supercut of the media being cunts and how. You think you hate them enough? You don't. Oh, trust me, I definitely hate them enough. I think that my level of hate for the legacy media is probably roughly commensurate with reality. Scott Steiner, world's greatest ring announcer. Peter Doocy told Hannity that he was the one who notified Joe's media team about Trump getting hit. He was trying to get a comment from his source. Media team was unaware that Donald got shot for 30 minutes. Why am I not surprised? Mike L. 2535. Movie with people eating Goombas stuck in the sewer. Tribe of people. Mom and Dad save the world. Yes, I have actually gotten that tip off. And I thank you very much for that. I can't wait to watch it again. You were asking about these a few days ago. Trump 2024. Absolutely. As long as you say Trump 2024, you can say, by the way, whatever you want in chat, unless it'll get me banned. Mr. Repurpose was going to make a silly comment, but today is not the time for silly comments. It depends on the level of silliness, actually. Vidcast17. Hi, Sticks from Wisconsin. This is my first ever super chat. Last night, while listening to news about Trump, a thunderstorm rolled through and caused the entire horizon to turn a vivid orange at sunset, which is uncommon here. Is this an omen? Possibly. Or it could just be an interesting weather effect. I have a feeling that Trump probably is going to be reelected. I think that some of you probably suspect the same thing, by the way. Gold 818, are you still going to the RNC with the quartering? Due to security concerns, I don't know if I should say yes or no. Maybe I should be non-committal about that at the moment. I would love to see the RNC. I would love to shake Trump's hand. If I can get one question off, that would be great. But Jesus Christ, the leftoids have gone insane. Pork Chop Express. But he was a registered Republican. Yeah, and in Pennsylvania, anyone can do that. That's the whole point. The legacy media right now is making a big deal about the shooter allegedly being a registered Republican. But he also donated to Act Blue. What I think is the case is that this is a TDS suffering neocon that was like a Nikki Haley voter or a liberal or something like that crossed the lines in order to vote in the Republican primary because it was so obvious what was going to happen in the Dem primary. Probably the latter. Z112. This glows in the dark. News about what he was wearing. Demolitia shirt. Registered Republican. Yeah, the Demolitia shirt. That doesn't say a lot about the situation. Dude, the Demolitia is not radicalizing people. That dude must be shitting his pants right now. He's like, oh, fuck. It's like if it was a Styx Hexenhammer shirt or something like that, I'd be saying, oh, this is going to be an interesting day now, isn't it? Mark Guidetti, the Dems have embraced the path of evil. We must stay sane and peaceful. We must be better than that. Yes, absolutely. Do not respond to any calls for retaliation under any circumstances. Your way to retaliate is to harvest a ballot, knock on a fucking door, and vote for Donald Trump in November. It's quite clear our path forward. Do not retaliate physically. They're trying to bait you. It's quite clear that the deep state was involved with this. I mean, yeah. There's a reason the Secret Service didn't decide to show up at the press conference with the goddamn FBI earlier. I have a feeling there's a reason for this. Red Threads. The drop boxes in Wisconsin are up to the county clerk. They're not mandatory, and many count clerks are new and skeptic. I can personally vouch as I just finished a program where we dealt with many. Interesting. I didn't know that was up to the county. I thought that was a state rule. Lev Polyakov. Good morning, Sticks. Do you believe this is a sign of the Republic being over, or are we flexible enough? The Republic is not over. If anything, it just got a little bit of breathing room, actually. Also, I dropped a few stream dates in the DM, so let me know what works for you. I will respond to you later or tomorrow. You've got to realize I intended to go live much earlier today, but I was prevented from doing so. And so I'm going to be very, very tired after this live stream. I'll probably be going for more than an hour. Blake 12. This money is for the cat and only for the cat. I'll make sure to get her a few extra treats. RZ the legend. Where would the movement go if Trump was taken out? Would it be? Would it live or die out? Oh no, it'd be more alive than ever. Trust me. It's just you need the right figurehead. Donald Trump cheated death. He was almost killed. He managed to not get assassinated, and he's very happy about this, I'm sure. I mean, he's got a wife, he's got kids and stuff like that. The leftoids are a bunch of barbarians. Now everyone can see it on full display. Ego Mayhem, Pennsylvania is closed primary. People switch over all the time, especially if they live in overwhelmingly Republican or Dem areas. Also, did you see the guy who apparently had a vision about this shit 3 months ago? Yeah, I saw that. I've been having visions about it, unfortunately, myself. I didn't want to talk about it because I don't want to do a self-fulfilling prophecy sort of thing. It was predictable, though. I mean, I'm not the only commentator who said that they might fire a shot at him. Unfortunately, they decided to do so. Char76, what up, Sticks? Luck or cosmic intervention? Cosmic intervention, yes, abso-fucking-lutely. Trump is protected by entities beyond his wildest dreams. I've talked about this before. I've met some of them before. Yes, Kitty. You know, you're a familiar spirit. You can't guard someone from a bullet unless you're a meat shield or something. Well, come on then, Lubber. There we go. This is going to be off the chain, by the way. But yes, Donald Trump is guarded by otherworldly entities. Absolutely. Been talking about it for years. I wrote a book on the subject about occult memetics. Nobody believed it, I guess, until now. OJ91, I am scared of a second attempt on Trump or a Biden assassination attempt. That is something we do have to talk about. I am happy the shooter wasn't black. We don't need more racial division. Destiny is will hunting. He isn't smart. No, he's a retard. He's a retarded little midget. And, he's got some fucking problems. He's probably going to have a fucking problem with his career. He's bragging about his 7-figure salary and stuff like that. Good luck maintaining that after the retarded shit that you're posting right now, asshole. Anyway, my main worry would be this. What if they cast it off as some disgruntled conservative that supports Trump? So some MAGA Republican takes a shot at Biden. That's what I'm really worried about. I'm worried that they're going to try to do that. So we'll probably talk more about that. We've got a lot to unpack here, and it's going to be a little bit off the rails because I'm a little bit tired, number one. Number two, it's been a really, really fast news day. I'm getting messages faster than I can even fucking read them right now. So please give me a little bit of leeway. I'm doing the best that I can. Red threads. It was actually in the article you cited. Got to read 3 paragraphs in. Do you believe in divine providence? Not necessarily Christian. I believe in the occult and the pagan power. Swamp Donkey. I hope Trump gets someone like Eric Prince, former Blackwater guy. Was that the name of a dude who made music back in the 90s? Or am I thinking of Eric Price or something like that? I seem to remember there was a dance video actually back then. It was pretty good. And I think it was Eric Prince. I'm not sure. I hope Trump beefs up security a lot. Also, Trump was shot at Caesar's birthday. He also had better purge when he wins. Yeah. Please clean house. Brain Biscuit. Reminder, this is an opportunity to help Trump hit a new fundraising record. This $5 is for you, though, Sticks. I already donated minutes after Trump cheated death. Yeah, I already donated $100 to Trump not that many weeks ago, so I've done my part. RGB916, Webster's Wares, with Assassination discount code on the quartering stream with the equivalent to a 9/11 mattress sale. Funny, but kind of weird, lol. Yeah, we will not be doing the sponsor thing today. I have a feeling that it's just going to be a pile of fucking bullshit, basically. Everything has gone completely chaos mode. Basically, the news is chaos right now. I cannot keep up with it. I can't keep up with the fucking super chats. I can't keep up with the fucking news tips. That's just the way that it is. Everything has gone completely insane, which is where my forte is, because I'm a little bit of a nutter myself. So if I don't get to all your super chats, my apologies. Hot stove is hot. Was your tweet stand down and stand by clankers pressium? What were you commenting on? Maybe. Scott Steiner, the world's greatest ring announcer. Sleazy's live stream last night was lit. He was furious of the incident, and that topic was ruined. Also, MSN accidentally captured the most epic Trump photo, inspired a God Emperor pose. Crazy times. No, they gave Donald Trump the greatest re-election campaign photo that you could possibly give him. 10 times better than his fucking mugshot. Probably 100 times better. That photo of him with his fist raised in the air, saying, "Fight, fight, fight." Oh my fucking God, dude. You just re-elected the dude, and none of you people even like him. That's the odd part about it. F. Winters Lodig, Trump is Hitler. Trump lies. Trump told me to inject bleach in my arm. Democracy is over if Trump wins. Trump is Putin's bitch. I'd vote for Biden's brain in a jar over Trump. This BS needs to stop. People have free speech. They can say such things, but when you're getting so hyperbolic, you are a little bit responsible for what happens now, aren't you? I have a feeling that there are a few people out there that feel a little bit responsible for the fact that Donald Trump's ear got shot half off, and several people in the audience got critically injured, and at least one is dead. It ain't Trump's fault, though. He's allowed to hold a rally. He wasn't even saying anything weird at the time. He was being fairly innocuous. He's like, it's a shame, and there's a bunch of crime in the country. He was doing like the normal Trump rally thing when he got shot. That's the strange part. Not just a string. If Biden wasn't going to spend the time up to the election snoozing in the bunker, he will now. He knows how the system works, at least some of the time, or has the good Secret Service, probably. Yeah, Biden doesn't have any problem with the Secret Service guarding him, of course. Only one person was denied enhanced security detail. RFK Jr., by the way, pointed this out yesterday in the immediate aftermath of this shooting, that they have literally denied Donald Trump enhanced Secret Service support. Not that it would matter. The Secret Service apparently doesn't know what the fuck is going on. They somehow failed to clear a building within shooting range, within, 450 yards or thereabouts. So, within shooting range with a rifle. They didn't clear the building. There were people that literally witnessed the shooter going up onto the roof of the building. They were trying to tell the cops about it. Now, under normal circumstances, you would think, okay, the cops and the Secret Service are probably connected. So if the people are saying, hey, there's an active shooter, there's somebody with a rifle going up onto this building, you would think that they would contact the Secret Service and would say, get Trump off the fucking stage immediately. Get him down, get him out. That didn't happen. Now did it? Very mysterious. Very, very strange. I wonder why this happened. I think you probably, unfortunately, know why it happened. Shergal, they're already accusing Trump of grandstanding. Yeah, he's not allowed to do the bravado thing. I mean, he wasn't seriously injured because he turned his head at the last moment, which is good for him. Why shouldn't he grandstand? Yeah, I mean, there's a person dead in the audience, but he's not capable of knowing that. He doesn't have any fucking clue. The unintended. Razor got choked up a bit talking about the poor person that was killed by that lunatic. Shit's real when Razor breaks character. They crossed a line that can't be stepped back over. It's sad and dark. Oh, trust me. There's a part of me that would love retaliation. I'm just telling you all that right now. There's a part of me that would love that. But strategically speaking, it's better to bide your time. It's better to vote Trump back into office, wait for him to clean house, and not do anything further. Don't be led on by glowing ones. It's too tempting to act in hate. It's too tempting to act in haste. Don't do it. Don't fucking do it. No clanker is permitted to do so. There's a part of me that definitely looks at this situation and would really love to react to it. Not that I would take a shot at Biden. Jesus Christ. I mean, you look at the alternative. Fuck that shit. I would never take a shot at Joe Biden. Holy fuck. If you nail him, but you can't nail the alternative, then our country's screwed. So, yeah, no, count me out. I'm just going to go farm my corn and shit like that. But keep in mind, they want you to react in anger. They want you to react with hate. Vote for Donald Trump, get him back into office, let him clean house, let him handle it. He's not perfect. He's not God Emperor. He's not going to make all of the right decisions. He's not necessarily always going to make decisions that you agree with, but he can try. Clearly, this is the man who will actually fucking try. That's all we need right now. So, yeah, vote for Donald Trump. The Nerdwire. I don't want to hear another fucking word about J6. Yeah, no, I know. Scruffy 1015. Thoughts on PreserveTube, YouTube video archive site? Never seen it, actually. Scott Steiner, not being widely reported. Trump was also no pass hit on his right suit jacket pocket. He was wearing level 3 polyeth armor that should torpedo any body armor ban. Definitely buy armor now if you can. I've got body armor. I love it. And it's light, actually. Bulldozer. If Biden asks him what he's done for the country, he can now say, I took a bullet for the country. Oh, that would be so God mode, dude. The next debate is probably going to be lit. Webster's Wares. 33% off site-wide at websterswares.com using code Assassination33 all week. New knives arrived this week. And new assassin, yeah, boom. Can I say that on? I don't think I can say that on YouTube stream. My apologies. Cannot believe they tried this shit. Swamp Donkey. Be aware of Fed posters. Point out the Fed. Bringing light on the Fed is the best cleansing agent. Anyone encouraging you to be violent is a fucking Fed. Tell them to fuck off. Wasted Bonehead, good day from the grave. God just gave Biden the middle finger. Yeah, he did. Yeah. Faithful steward, Sticks, I love you, but you look like a homo in the silk robe. Bring back the one you stole from the Hilton. This ain't a robe, my dude. This is a gothy shirt. OG91. Retaliation is self-defeating. YouTube censor it. I'm calling for peace and togetherness. Yeah, I mean, we don't need to hate each other. I mean, this is some, well, I mean, he was probably a glowing one. This is some Fed that tried to take a shot at Trump, and he fucking missed. He handed him the election. If anything, he gave Trump a big gift. So, don't worry too much about it. We'll take care of the leftoids later. Don't get violent under any circumstances. Stand down and stand by, boys. Stand down and stand by. You don't really have another choice. Ain't nobody joining you in combat if you should choose to put on the camo and go in at the moment. Gregory Theodore. Thoughts on the White Album, Mr. Lennon? The White Album was great. Fucking hell yeah. Best Beatles album of all time, actually. Can I get this fly? Oh. Can I nail you unlike the... no. Oh, if you land... No. Unfortunately, I missed the shot. Just the same as that retard that tried to shoot Trump. Fucking retard. Biden is speaking in a few minutes, says Gerald Armstrong. I literally couldn't give less of a hell. I literally couldn't give less of a hell of what Biden has to say at this time. I don't give a fuck. Biden can suck my ass. Retard. Loser. Complete fucking loser. One of the worst presidents in history. I mean, I guess you can go back to the Reconstruction era. You can find a couple of them that are about as bad. But other than that, pretty much clears it. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He doesn't know what the fuck he's saying. He doesn't even know what fucking year it is half the time. My fucking mom sends me emails talking about how fucking retarded Joe Biden is. My fucking mom does that on a regular basis. It's like, holy shit. I'm coming back to the goddamn United States because I'm a member of the militia. But I'm not going to take a shot at anyone because that's just a retarded idea. This leftoid was a retard. If you don't believe in somebody's leadership, you vote against them. You rally against them. You try to harvest ballots. You knock on doors and shit like that. And where was the fucking Secret Service, by the way? This person was only a few hundred yards away. How the hell did they even get on the goddamn roof? We've got video of people saying, oh my God, there's somebody bear crawling up there with a gun and stuff like that. How did this even happen? It should never have happened in the first place. Donald Trump literally almost got brained. It was a difference of literally that different distance. Just about like that. Yeah, maybe a little bit less. Something like that. That's the distance. He almost made the shot. Not bad shooting, Tex. Just not quite good enough. Close is only good in horseshoes. Unfortunately, you were not playing horseshoes at the time. Char 76. God gave the middle finger to the shooter using Trump's fist. Yeah, in a big way. Wasted bonehead. Thank God the bullet was token gay bullet. Imagine if it was straight. The Nerd Wire. What's to stop them from trying again? They might, unfortunately, but I think they've exhausted their ammunition, so to speak. He's going to have to cook his own fucking meals from now on. Trust no one. Well, I'll cook him dinner. You don't have to worry about me poisoning Trump. And he can have some of the best fucking spaghetti of all time. And don't worry, Donald. Cook your steak well done. Reluctantly. If you really want it that way, okay. I'll take one for the team. It will sadden me to have to cook it. But, if you... I'm being a little bit facetious. I don't think that they're going to take a second shot. They blew their load, and they came literally this close to their goal. Literally this close. That's as close as it came. But they fucking failed. And so now I don't think that they can pull it off again. If they try to do it again, it's going to become a little bit fucking obvious to people. Donald Trump is going to soar ahead in the polls as the result of this. And he deserves to. He had part of his ear shot off. And my opinion is that he should get Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield, who have reconciled and are now friends. He should get them in on a campaign ad. Can you fucking imagine? Have you seen the Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield? They've got like CBD gummies that they're selling or something like that. It's fucking hilarious. Mike Tyson's like, I know how your ear tastes. It tastes like cherry. Evander Holyfield's like, my ear don't taste like cherry. Yes, it does. No, it don't. Yes, it does. And it's like one of the funniest things that I've ever seen in my fucking life. They did a good job with that one. I can't imagine how much money they made. Donald Trump really needs, because he is friends with at least Mike Tyson, he needs to get in with them and make like an ad with regards to ears. What does my ear taste like? Your teeth like strawberry. I'm not sure about that. Yes, it does. That would be so fucking hilarious. It'd be the best fucking goddamn thing in the world. We're talking about, you've got to realize we're living through the ultimate meme. I can't keep up with the super chats, so I'm just going to ignore them for the most part. Rusty Shackelford. Trump moving his head at the last second and the picture afterwards is yet another example of miraculous events happening in our nation's history. The U.S. is ordained by God to spread and defend human liberty. Simple as. While I don't necessarily agree with God ordained, I believe that there are other entities that are ordaining things. I would agree with the basic premise. George Licker, they will never let him back in. I can definitely see them suspending the election. Good goddamn fucking luck to them at this point. They took their shot and they missed. And they're real fucking fucked right now. Tune in, drop out. Seems Sniper was ordered to stand down. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with the Secret Service sniper. Why didn't he fucking take the shot? He let him get 8 shots off before he even responded. You can hear it. It's like, he takes 8 shots, and then like 30 seconds later, you hear a return shot. Okay, well, that was, that really made a difference. Dude, he could have gotten goddamn slamma-jammed along with half of the Secret Service detail. Willpower. The fact that he fought through the SS detail to say, fight, 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 unsure of his own condition. Yeah, he didn't give a fuck. You've got to realize Donald Trump has one of the most iconic photographs of all fucking time and one of the most iconic videos of all time to his name now. He has won re-election. Biden won't win re-election. They'll have to literally kill Trump in order to keep him out of office, and I don't think that they, at this point, have the will to do so. I don't think that they can do it. If they were to pull it off, I mean, they'd be facing a goddamn civil war or something at this point. I don't think they can do it. I'm literally trying to keep up. I can't even, I'm sorry, everyone. If you're sending a super chat, whether it's on YouTube or on Rumble, I'm sorry, but I can't keep up with them all. It's impossible for me to read them all. So basically, here's the long and short. Somebody tried to kill Donald Trump. I can't use his actual name because I'm not sure that that's allowed under YouTube's TOS. He's been named publicly, though. Of course, it could be somebody else. We're not 100% sure. He made, allegedly, a donation to Act Blue, which means that he's a liberal. This is not a Republican. He may have registered a Republican, but that means absolutely nothing because I can register as a Democrat. That doesn't change my ideology. And so they're focusing on that, not without good reason. They're also focusing on gun laws and saying, well, this is the problem. Guns bad. You can kill a presidential candidate with a gun. Yes, of course. Then they found explosives in his car. Well, gun laws aren't really going to change that, are they? Yes, he had apparently explosives in his vehicle. That doesn't surprise me in the least, by the way. Webster's Wares. Use code Assassination33 at websterswares.com for 33% off site-wide all week. Free shipping on orders over $40. Join our loyalty program for free gifts and other discount codes. More on the way. Excellent. By the way, where is my thing? I'm just going to read out the sponsors really, really briefly. I'm not going to make any pitches, but for a special live stream where there's 10,000 people watching me just on YouTube, I'm going to do this. We have cultivated-mind.com, where you can get mushroom pills. You have pumpkinfirecrafts.us, where you can get engraved spoons, bookmarks, keychains, and much more. We have BillTongUSA.com. Trust me, you want Anton's meat in your throat, so suck it down. It's nice and sweet. Oh, yeah. And use code STICKS for free shipping. We have wickedneedleembroidery.bigcartel.com, where you can get Sticks, X, and Hammer hats. HeritageHeirloomSeedCompany.com, where you can get seed survival buckets, and you can also get Sticks, X, and Hammer soap that is scented with clove, cedar, and blueberry, by the way. Webster'sWares.com, we already covered that one. Jamandbean.com, that is JAMNBean.com, where you can get delicious coffee and tea. Trust me, the Costa Rica blend is what you need for your next morning. MTPew.com, MTPEW.com, where you can get range brass or newly manufactured ammunition. My apologies. You might need some of that in the near future. I'm just saying. I don't believe in retaliatory strikes or anything like that, but the leftoids are clearly going crazy, so you might need to fucking defend yourself. And finally, brickmuseum.com. That is in Blair, Ohio, where you can go to the Brick Museum and you can see all sorts of Lego materials. I need to see them myself. So, yeah. I barely know what's going on at the moment. It's more like fog of war mode. I warned about this this morning. There's going to be a fog of war where people don't 100% know what's going on. Like some of the pictures of the shooter aren't actually the shooter at all. They're not actually him. And that's not really surprising in any way, shape, or form. This was fairly predictable. You always get the fog of war sort of thing whenever you get a major event. So like a major natural disaster, an assassination, something like that, you're always going to get fog of war. You're going to get all sorts of disinformation. And I mean real disinformation. I don't mean like, Mo Russia sort of disinformation. You're always going to get that. And we have plenty of it at the moment, unfortunately. Faithful steward, you resisted my advances. For now. I do like that dress shirt. Sticks is badass. You made a fan here, Sticks. Oh, I don't know. I'm super straight, and I think that you have a dick, so my apologies. By the way, just a second here. Yeah, there's just so many live chats. It's literally impossible for me to keep up with them. Yeah. We've got almost 15,000 people tuned in live at the moment. Cultivated Mind, hello from Houston, Texas. We just made a fresh batch of our bioactive mushroom extracts. I want more of them, by the way. Check us out at https://cultivated-mind.com. Lefty family members had a laugh at first, then sadness followed. I will personally vouch for their mushroom products, and I don't do this lightly. I still don't 100% know the chemistry behind exactly how they work, but when I take them, they do boost my energy. I will vouch for them. On that level, FDA approval aside. Not allowed to do that. Why is there a fly? No, please, don't do that. I saw that. Yeah, the Secret Service really fucked up. And the head of the Secret Service, of course, is a female who happened to be the chief of security for Joe Biden before when he was vice president. This is also very coincidental. Yeah, just saying. Bystander syndrome. Been waiting to make this joke when I got paid, so I'll just do it. Anton's biltong is very special. Your life will change because you haven't lived until you've had Anton's meat in your mouth. Wasted bonehead. Average sigil L. Not stopping the shooter before he took a shot. I'm disappointed in you, sigil. Yeah, if I had been there, I would have taken the bullet for Trump if I could have. But then again, I would do the same thing for Biden. You've got to realize who the vice president is. Yeah, I would take a bullet for Joe Biden. Absolutely. I mean, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you want to save this country from having Kamala Harris as the president of the United States? I would hope that you were enough of a patriot to take that bullet. I know I would. I don't care how much it hurts. And it would probably hurt a very great deal. F. Winters Lodig, what do you think Trump will be like during his MC speech? We might see the most presidential Trump we've seen from here on out. Oh my fucking God, I can't even imagine his next speech. If he prepares properly for it, if he memes it up a little bit, and if he gets Mike Tyson up and aside of him and says, you know a lot about eating ears and stuff like that, Joe Biden doesn't stand a chance. Not even a little bit of a chance. No, I agree with you, Ambers Only. I don't want anyone to die either. I would never do anything to harm Joe Biden or anyone else. I want him to live a long and historied life. I mean, preferably on the funny farm. I don't want him to be president, but that doesn't mean I would want to kill him or anything like that. I don't understand people who get it in their heads that this is a good idea. Normally, you help your enemies, by the way. Normally, when you try to assassinate somebody, you actually help the other side. What the fuck is the point? It doesn't make any sense. Sigil Stone, I was busy working on my next project, turning skeletons into manure. It'll be ready for the next farm show or presidential rally. Oh my fucking God, dude. This conversation, by the way, is not meant to be 100%. Go a fucking way. Go and eat wasted. He's already dead. Got him. Yes. Go and eat wasted. I just bullseyed that fucking fly. I did what the mass shooter could not do because he's a fucking retard. Stephen Nizek, in a year when leftists took up the Republican primary ballot to vote for Nikki, Twitter Democrats seem to think that this Bethel shooter being a registered Republican means anything. Yeah, this was quite clearly somebody who took the ballot in order to vote in the Republican primaries without being a Republican. Or he was a TDS suffering Republican, like a core Nikki Haley voter or something like that. Fucking retard. Can't even make that shot. Thank goodness you didn't. Holy shit. Can you imagine the shit show that would be? Can you imagine if Trump had been hit in the back of the head and his head had fucking blown off on live TV? Can you imagine the chaos, the shit show that would be erupting right now? Thank goodness it only grazed his ear. My fucking goddamn damn it. The fucking miserable slang word for short person destiny is upset Trump is alive. What a complete and total British word for cigarette. Yeah, destiny is having a real hard day. First, he was upset that Donald Trump didn't die. Then he was upset because people were reacting poorly to his retarded tweets, including myself. Destiny is not having a good day. You know, the little 5'3" dude, the little manlet that's, mainly known on Twitter. He's having a problem right now. I suggest that you just go and you pretend to bench press a little bit more. Pretend to be, you pretend to be muscular again. I could lift you up over my shoulder and hurl you, little man. And so could like 90% of the other people in chat, including most of the females. Beanbag, not sure much will change unless normie Democrats acknowledge this is due to hoaxes and hyperbolic rhetoric. TDS runs deep and long, no pun intended. Yeah, we do have to talk about the legacy media because they are partially responsible. They have spent the last half decade, roughly, a little bit more than that at this point, saying that Donald Trump is basically Adolf Satan. By the way, Adolf Satan is a good grind band. You should look it up. Point and Grunt by Adolf Satan. Look that up right now and listen to that. You can listen to that while you're listening to me. If you like grindcore. They've spent over a half decade claiming that Donald Trump is basically the retarded version of Adolf Hitler. He's going to destroy the country, start World War III, collapse the economy, and destroy your democracy. What the fuck do you think is the result of that in the end? What do you think people are going to do? If somebody went back in time, for example, and took a shot at Pol Pot, nobody would find that to be a sin. Everyone would think that was fine. It's a tyrant. It's a terrible person who killed millions of people. Nobody would have a problem with you shooting Pol Pot. Nobody would have a problem with you shooting Hitler. Well, I mean, some people out there probably would. Nobody would have a problem with you shooting General Mao or Joseph Stalin, unless it was still in the midst of World War II, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Nobody would have a problem with you shooting someone who is conceived of as tyrannical. So when you conceive of somebody as tyrannical, even if they're not, this is what happens. This is partially the result of the legacy media's propaganda about Donald Trump. It really is. They've called him Hitler. They've called him a retard. They've called him Satan. They literally cast him off as the devil, and then no shit, somebody finally took a shot at him. I'm so surprised. I wish I could say I was surprised. No, unfortunately, I'm really not. That's just the way that it is. Just a sec, everyone. I've got to mute this. Just a sec. Give me a minute. All right, I should be back here. There are 15,000 people watching live. I do appreciate it. No, I'm not being swatted in any way, shape, or form. Though it could happen at any random time. And that happens to the best of us once in a while. It did happen to me before several times. John McGuire, not a huge Tim Pool fan, but he's in my feed. But Mr. Civil War seems notably absent from the conversation. Thoughts? No, he's weighed in on it actually multiple times, mainly ridiculing leftoid commentators, which deserve to be ridiculed because, god damn, they have some of the baddest takes of all. Glow in the dark. It's PSYOP. I recognize the actor that got shot in the ear from Home Alone 2. Bone Dust Crew. What about the Antichrist prophecy that this attempt just fulfilled? It has nothing to do with prophecy. Donald Trump is under divine protection, or occult protection, I should say. Some of us are supplying it. Don't worry about him. He will be fine. And it just ensured his re-election bid. You know, it's just a thing. I'm just saying there are some of us out there that understand sorcery, and we have his fucking back because we fucking want him to be re-elected because he's fucking better for the fucking country. So, yeah. I see King of Biltong over there. Hey, Stove. Shilly, it's me. Cultivated, Ecstasy, Marcus, Lowell, Winter, Sith, everyone I missed. Anton, my man. I can't wait to try the kangaroo biltong. It may not have anything to do with the assassination attempt. I wonder what Trump's ear would taste like. Again, he needs to get Mike Tyson in there to make jokes about that. This would be legendary as far as campaign ads go. It would probably be the best campaign ad ever made in the history of mankind, especially since Mike Tyson is about to go up against, I guess, Jake Paul or something like that. Mark my words. Hey, Sticks, rock on, bro. I shall. As soon as I'm done with this live stream, I'm going to be rocking out for a while, and then I'm going to be passing out for a while because, holy shit, it has been one hell of a fucking day. There's over 10,000 people watching just on YouTube. God, there's over 5,000 people over on Rumble. I don't even know what's happening. Nelquan, we just got the lucky roll yesterday at the timeline split. Also, please tell Putor he will never see his $170. I'm sorry, Putor, but you're never going to see your $170. I don't know what that relates to. Yes, we got the lucky roll. Can you imagine literally this distance? Like, you know, when I do That's About All Peace Out, this distance was literally all that separated Donald Trump from life and death. That's all. He got his ear grazed off. I mean, it's fucking insane. Everything's insane at the moment. I can't even keep up with the fucking news tips that I'm getting, let alone the live chats. My apologies, by the way, to anyone who sends a super chat, either on YouTube or Rumble, and I don't get around to reading it. There are too many of them. My first take is that the Secret Service needs to clean house because quite clearly they don't know what the fuck they're doing. My second take was quite clearly this is an inside job. It glows in the dark. There's really no other alternative to it. How do you let somebody on the roof in an adjacent building, which should have been cleared out by the Secret Service, or at least, you know, the FBI or the cops or something, and crawl his way up there with a full rifle kit? Yeah, that makes a whole lot of fucking sense, dude. No, you wanted him to die, but he missed. You missed has become the meme. You missed, and then it's a picture of Donald Trump with his eyes glowing and shit like that. Enjoy your fucking election. Enjoy. Enjoy, little one. Get fucked. There's no way that this wasn't an inside job, by the way. As Stolas would say, get fucked, little one. Yeah, exactly. You missed and now shit's real. Oh, God. Really real. Ryan Spratt, Trump rolled a nat 20 saving throw. Lol. Yeah, no, Donald Trump, he's clearly guarded by otherworldly entities. I wonder who has supplied them. Mad Youper, no rant, just respect your dedication. I will protect Donald on the spiritual level. I'm responsible for that. It's not a joke when I say it. Jim Morrison, Iron Mike's humor is legendary genius. Yeah, get Mike Tyson aboard. Get him aboard to make ear jokes. Please do that. Oh my God. Can you imagine how funny it would be? And if, as long as you get good joke writers and stuff like that. I'll keep Trump safe on the spiritual level only. I can't defend him physically. F. Winters Lodig. It's a shame that it is now going to overshadow Biden introducing Zelensky as Putin. Zelensky did come out and say, well, it was a mistake and there's no harm, no foul. That actually wasn't really a big gaffe by Biden standards, I mean. Don't worry. You don't need divine intervention. All you need is magic. I'm going to be listening to some magical songs later as well. Isn't that wonderful? As long as I'm alive, Trump will be alive. Do you honestly think that I would let Trump die? Just read on X. Shooter was in a BlackRock commercial. That is allegedly true, by the way, and it is kind of weird. What are the odds? Yeah, 1 in a million or something like that. Gunslinger. Come on, Sticks. Let's not bring Hell of a Boss into this if we don't have to. We all know where they lean, and all know Donald J. Trump would have been in hell. Yeah, well, that's perfectly fine, but that doesn't mean he doesn't have people protecting him. DeCoons. Missed me, you son of a bitches. I'm sorry, I literally can't get all of the chats. It's there's too many of them. I can't read them all. Generalissimo Liberty, a good guy with a gun beat a bad guy with a gun. Yeah, that's what happened, but they won't give that any credit. They'll still say, well, gun's bad, you know. If he had only not been allowed to have an AR-15, then this never would have happened. DIY Nan, I'm in Utah. Governor WAF Governor Cox met with Zelensky in Utah this week. Shit. Noah Bodie, you missed, by the way, Tom McDonald. He looks like he wrote, produced, and filmed the video for it in less than 24 hours. Not a rap fan, but the songs I've heard from him are great. Interesting. Nell Kwan, do you think they will continue this blood campaign, or will they back down to their more usual BS? It's hard to tell. Unfortunately, they might continue, and that's my fear, definitely. Joel, Shooter was in BlackRock commercial. It's on YouTube. Yeah, apparently he was featured in a commercial that involved BlackRock, ironically enough. This is coincidental too, but you're not supposed to know this. On this channel, you learn all sorts of things that you're not supposed to know. It's probably good for your mind. It was a commercial for BlackRock. Yes, I know. That's the whole point. It was a little bit weird when I saw it, actually. And the Secret Service, of course, pretty much stood down. They didn't know what they were doing. They didn't have any communication with the police. They didn't form a full defensive perimeter or anything like that. And then the Secret Service detail is headed by a woman who was the head of Joe Biden's vice presidential security detail. There's nothing amiss here, everyone. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. Everything's fine. Yeah, then you had the female Secret Service agents. They didn't know how to like even put their fucking gun in their fucking pocket or something like that. I didn't know what was going on when I was watching that. I was like, what the fuck? Holy shit. I mean, under a stressful situation, you might make mistakes, admittedly. There's nothing wrong with that. But, I mean, Jesus Christ, your Secret Service and shit. You're telling me this is the security that guards the presumptive Republican nominee? That's his security detail? I don't fucking think so. I think that he needs a different security detail. Like, he needs to hire one himself. God damn, I could do better. I'm not exactly the world's most crack shot, but I guarantee that I would defend Donald Trump better than that. Probably 90% of you would do the same. I didn't understand it. I was watching it. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Jesus Christ. And now we've just got a layer of propaganda spin. The basic spin. On one level, it's guns bad. That's pretty predictable. And we knew that that was coming. On another level, it's more like Donald Trump effectively, he created this violent political situation. He's the one responsible for it. And I'm like, what the fuck? He just almost got his ear blown off. He almost got his head blown off. These people are, they're sick. There's something wrong with them. I would never wish that on Joe Biden or anything like that. If anything, I wish him a long life because, again, look at the alternative. Hell, I wouldn't want Kamala to get a shot taken at her. Why the hell would I want that for another person? I don't think that she's an imminent threat to our democracy because I don't think that she'd be in charge anyway. So, just go ahead and do your thing. That's okay. Beanbag 137, Corey Comparator, other guy who got killed at rally. Yeah, unfortunately, there were a couple of casualties at the rally. It wasn't just Donald Trump getting struck in the ear. There was an immediate death, and then there were a couple of people that were in critical, and I do believe that one has died since then, unfortunately. My hope is that that's fake news and that they're still, expected to survive. Generalissimo Liberty. Trump had a moment that is better than the Bull Moose moment. Yes, it comes at a great cost, but he did, politically speaking, have a very, very good moment there. JDAG, how many drones do you think SS had up? FBI had 3 drones up in Kenosha per Rittenhouse trial. Oh, yeah, they had a half a dozen of them probably. But somehow they missed the dude on the roof with the fucking bolt-action rifle. Bystander syndrome. At least it wasn't the gay ear. Yeah, Donald Trump can now, by the way, get an earring. And he probably should. If I was him, I would say, okay, I'm going to make lemons into lemonade. Just drill it in there. And I would get an earring and then come out and say, well, I've changed my gender identity. I'm half female or something like that, something like that. What are they going to do about it? They're not allowed to say anything about it. It's literally illegal in some states. That would be fucking hilarious. Heck tech, any statement from the police counter sniper? I don't believe so, actually. Toxic monger of the hateful brood. The guy who died in the audience has been identified. People even found his last post was to cat turd, saying he'd be at the rally. Former fire chief. Rest in peace. That's rather sad, actually. Aussie's robots. Hashtag inside job. I agree with you. There's something terribly wrong here, everyone. Just saying. Alamandorius. I don't have much money until the mid of next week, but take this to help pay for your ticket back to the U.S. when you come back. U.S. needs you. Yes, I clearly need to be back in the United States. It's quite clear at this time that the militia must muster. It doesn't need to open fire, but it does need to be prepared to defend the homeland. Generalissimo Liberty. Trump, accept the nomination in Spock ears. I don't know what you're talking about. Just you're a couple of loony Britishers. Oh, by the way, let me show you something funny. Let's lighten the mood a little bit here. It's my favorite. This is literally my favorite. Oh, let me. Is Pepsi Twist the Aussie? Yeah. This is a special live stream, so I don't have to be serious. Take a fucking look at that. It's Aussie. I'm gonna listen to myself. I don't give a fuck. Screw yourself. If I can figure out how to turn the volume on. There we go. I was trying to change the trash can. You're a couple of really Britishers. Where are the Osmonds? Sharon is the Osmonds. I'm sorry, but that's probably the funniest fucking shit I've ever seen in my fucking life. Oh, God. Holy shit. Sharon! Kids have turned into the Osmonds. King of Biltong, all yesterday did is make us stand more steadfast and want to work harder to accomplish our goals. Kill them by succeeding and being better. MAGA 2024. Exactly. Drop one vice. Gain one skill. Vote for goddamn Donald Trump. That's all we have to do. If a few million people can do that, that's literally all we need. That's the margin. Don't let them take our country away. You don't need to be violent. You don't need to fire a shot or anything like that. You can just vote the bastard out. Lord knows that Joe Biden needs to be voted out. He has some fucking problems. Mainly, he's not capable of making a coherent sentence. He's also not capable of holding his head up most of the time. Sometimes he's not capable of standing, but we won't even talk about that. Generalissimo Liberty. I am buying Pepsi from now on. Pepsi Twist. It's just all the Osborne. Kids have turned to the Osmonds. See, that's the difference. Like, you're allowed to joke about being a little bit screwy. The kids have turned to the Osmonds or something like that. But Joe Biden's not joking. He is actually fucking mental. He's got some problems, dude. I forbid any clankers from taking a shot or doing anything violent. Just to be clear, I completely disavow you if you do so. Vote for Trump, harvest a ballot, knock on a door, do whatever you need to do. No violence. That's what they want. They desperately want you to retaliate right now. Don't you understand that? They desperately want you to retaliate so that they can make their fucking legacy media articles saying, well, the far right has decided to retaliate against the far left. You know, and it won't even be far left. They'll make an article about that for taking a shot at Donald Trump. And they blew Joe Biden's head off. I don't want his head blown off. Holy shit, you think I want Kamala Harris as president? Fuck you. No, thank you. No violence. Stand fucking down at all hazards. You are commanded to stand down. You are allowed to stand fucking up, but you also must stand down. You can't win that way. Man, Uper, facts, no violence. We're better than that. It has nothing to do with being better than anything. It has to do with strategery, as George W. would call it. It's just about strategery. Retaliation is justified. Is it wise? That's a different question. No, it's not. So don't retaliate. Not in that manner. Vote for Donald Trump. And if there are any glowies in the chat, I'll fucking crush you. Yeah, we gotta use our strategery. Yeah, I know. I'm not a big fan of Bush either, but, you know, you gotta do your thing. George W. is a piece of bullshit, but, you know, you do have to use strategery. Bystander syndrome. Leftist terrorism can no longer be denied. No, they are terrorists. Absolutely. They have been for a very, very long time, since the dawn of the century. But attempting to fight back against them in the general sense is not going to work. You only have to do what works. That's how you win. And that's what they're doing, by the way. And that's what we must do. Otherwise, they will win. And then you'll be fucking put up against the wall. How lovely. Isn't that wonderful? No violence. Don't you dare take a shot at Joe Biden or anyone in politics. Don't you fucking even dare to do so. I will disown you and I will crush your spirit in chains of ice. You don't have any idea what I can do to your spirit. If you fuck up my republic, you have no idea what I can do to you. So stand down. Nobody fucks Joe Biden. He is free to run as he wishes to run. Or Kamala as well. She's free to run as well. Yeah, who gives a fuck? They're not going to win anyway. Biden to make Oval Office speech tonight, 8 p.m. Oh, shit. By Felix Fanboy Rico. Oh, maybe I need to cover that. I command every clanker to stand down in the face of Joe Biden. Let him run. It would be best that he run anyway. I mean, he's clearly and self-evidently going to lose, so it doesn't really make a difference. And then kick off NATO retaliation. No. World War III is not imminent yet. If it becomes imminent, I'll do the best that I can to advise people while the bombs are flying, so to speak. Please keep using your magic, shaman sticks. Don't worry, I will. Generalissimo Liberty, as in booze. Yeah, baby. Christian James, the Retal will come from the deep state and blame Trump. Yeah, they'll probably try to do that, unfortunately. Hardworking plebe. It worked in 1775. Why wouldn't it work today? Serious question. It would if you had a large enough and organized enough group. Unfortunately, you don't have that at the moment, so you have to stand down and be strategic. Our founders were very strategic about things. They didn't launch off until things were in a situation where they had enough support. Now, did they? Originally, they had maybe 2 or 3% of the population. Later, they had about 20% or thereabouts. That's the time that they decided to launch off now, didn't they? Tuck a woman, Sandy Ravage, vote instead of violence. Exactly. James Maggs. Hey, Sticks, do you know of any books regarding the occult aspects of money? I just paid off my mortgage last week, and it feels way better than I expected it would. Completely debt-free now. I don't know that I've ever read any on that subject, actually. Jim Morrison. Mockery is the weapon that tyrants fear most. Absolutely agreed. Just mock him. Joe Biden is completely laid bare. He doesn't know what he's fucking talking about. He barely knows what fucking day it is. Yeah, I don't even know if he knows his name sometimes. So mock him. Do not engage in any form of violence. That is the worst possible thing you could do at this time. Don't do it. No violence. None. Don't stab anyone. Don't shoot anyone. Don't do anything like that. If you have to defend yourself, that's perfectly fine. But other than that, no. No political violence of any fucking goddamn time. I disavow you if you engage in it. I'm trying to tell you the way forward. I'm trying to give you advice. Yes, I am a warlock. I don't use the term warlock, but yes, I do use magic. I know the way that things work. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to promulgate the things that are beneficial to myself and to all of you. That's all I want to do. Bystander syndrome. You will now only get 99% Trump from now on, much like not getting the full clank. That would be very, very sad. You can have the full clank, don't worry. Generalissimo Liberty. Joe will speak tonight, and his numbers will drop more. At this point, he will not carry DC. Oh, he's toast. He's fucked. As long as nobody fucks up, Joe Biden is fucking fucked. So don't fuck around and find out. Stanman, damn, your soul is in jeopardy. Christ is king. No, I don't give a shit about that bullshit. Not interested. I don't think that you understand exactly how much power I have, actually. Emperor Palpatine, dear Sticks, your thoughts on the leftoids' latest cope that Trump staged the assassination attempt. It's all fake. And the shooter is a registered Republican. Well, I can register Democrat tonight if I want to in the state of Pennsylvania. So you can just rebut them with that. Tell them it doesn't make any difference. Cooey, did you not see the shooter donated to Act Blue as a progressive in 2021? Is this real? Yes, it is apparently real. Not that it matters. Loony people gonna loon. I don't think that it's any like severe liberal attachment or anything. I think that it's more he's fucking batshit. But they're gonna make a big deal about guns probably. Oh my God, those 223 rounds! They'll blow somebody's head off. Yeah, and if you hit someone in the ear, it does what happened to Trump, and then he says, "Fight, fight, fight." Envy Gunner. Is it true that Democrats have spent huge amounts of money in states that should have been a slam dunk for voting blue? Yes, you are correct, sir. Yes, they have spent a lot of money in Minnesota and Virginia, actually. Felix Fanboy Rico, getting a mouse pad with your chest on it. Bust. Dan Malone 53. Problem people have not developed their schema in a broader cognitive framework. Instead replaced critical thinking with introjection. I'm not 100% sure what you mean there, but I'm 99% sure. Some good linguistics, my man. Congratulations. Dang nabbit, violence will only play into the deep state's hands. Yeah, that's the problem. They're just going to spin it. If you take a shot, number one, it's not going to do anything. And number two, it's just going to give them a fucking news story. So don't do any violent things. Just ignore their antagonism. They tried to kill Donald Trump, quite clearly. We see it on camera. Don't take the fucking bait. Leave them alone. Let them do their own thing. Trump is well guarded. He doesn't have just the Secret Service around him. He's got his own private security detail because he's a fucking billionaire. He'll be fine. If you're at a rally with him or something like that and something starts up, try to guard him if you can. Be his meat shield or something like that. I know that I would. Other than that, there's nothing that we can do. They're going to try to kill him. Yeah, I mean, they already have, quite clearly. So we've got to compensate for that, unfortunately. It is concerning. I would be lying if I said that it wasn't concerning what was happening in my home country. It absolutely is. But there's nothing that we can do about it. We have no choice but to play defense at the moment. Boy Count Warhammer, are you okay, Sticks? You're a bit erratic today, buddy. I am very, very tired. I had a very, very tiresome morning. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, and so yeah, I'm okay in that sense. Man of Sex. This year's October surprise will be Joe Biden getting out of bed before 11 a.m. Goodness. That would be a surprise, by the way. Why are people talking about the occult so much over on Rumble? Winebox moms go to together and fetch money for a third-rate aunt of a hitman. If you get body armor, get the side plates for the stabby protection. Yes, that is agreed, by the way. That's a good idea. Slow mode Sticks. Am I on slow mode or something on Rumble? 6,000 people watching. You've got to realize I've been live for almost an hour and a half, so yeah, if I'm a little bit tired, I cannot help that. Long Dingus Sticks, can you do me a favor and explain to me in a concise way about how we as a freedom-loving Americans move forward without wanting to get even? What steps can we take as people using our voices? Vote for fucking goddamn Donald Trump and down ballot the people that he's telling you to vote for. That's all you can do. I disavow political violence completely, not just for pragmatic reasons, but, for obvious reasons, legal ones. I believe that Donald Trump, after having a shot sent to his head, is probably going to make better hiring practices than he did in his first term. I have to imagine that this is going to affect his hiring practices. Therefore, I trust him more, actually, than I did in his first term. Anglus Sky, Clank from Hawaii. I'm sad about what happened, but Trump showed more leadership and courage in those horrible moments than Biden has in his whole life. Yeah, no, I agree. Can you imagine Joe Biden doing that? That would never happen in a million fucking years. Christian James, violence is being staged by the deep state. take out Biden and blame Trump supporters, and then when Trump wins, cry over the fraud. Dems control the narrative. R. Trump just won the black male vote. I think he won pretty much all of the vote, actually. Alamandoria, CNN headline. Lincoln nods off at play, courtesy of the Babylon Bee. I saw that one by the Babylon Bee. That was pretty legendary. Taco Woman, Sandy Ravage. Go see new Nick Cage film Longlegs, Satanic Silence of the Lambs. Ooh. I liked Silence of the Lambs, but not really into that kind of movie much anymore. I more like war movies or something like a documentary. Simon Jimenez Sticks, your child needs a sibling. Well, I mean, that's none of your business, just saying. Yeah, I mean, the shooting is insane. The response is insane. You've got multiple liberal commentators that are destroying their careers as the result of it. That's number one. Like Destiny is probably the biggest one, which gives me a little bit of pleasure. Then you've got the fact that the Secret Service didn't know what the fuck was going on. The cops were alerted to the fact that there was a shooter on the adjacent building, but they didn't do anything. I would assume that 30 seconds is probably long enough for you to establish communication with the local cops, but that was never done. So it was a big problem. And then you have the problem of the fact that the head of the Secret Service is basically a DEI hire. That's going to go over well. Everything that could have gone wrong and did go wrong, and yet in the end, Donald Trump managed to survive. At the end of the day, everything that could have lined up to fucking kill him, pretty much, it was like the stars were aligned, but his own star was just in the way, and it wouldn't let him die. That's basically what happened. It was really, really weird because I would think, he was this far away from dying. God damn, I would think at some point his card would be up, but nope. No, fate decided that Donald Trump is going to be the next president of the United States, and that's my official prediction. By the way, I have no doubt whatsoever that Donald Trump will be reelected. Stick a Bible study group, and you will be hooked. Yeah, no, thank you. I'm not interested in religion or anything like that. I don't have any problem with it or anything like that, but I've got my own powers. I don't think you understand. Roy Rush watched you for over 10 years. Thank you very much for being a long-term clanker. Yes, I did actually have a little bit of wine. Believe it or not, occasionally I do that. But I was going to go live much more early. My apologies, everyone. I'm so sorry that I had a couple of glasses of wine. Whiskey Beard is correct. It does look like he did get shot in the chest, but the vest stopped it. Here's the problem. If the shots were coming from a rifle, then a bulletproof vest rated at 3+ should not have stopped it. That's the whole problem. Those are only rated for pistol rounds, generally speaking, so up to a 44 Magnum. I've got one myself. It will not stop a rifle round. And people are talking about 223 as though it's the same as a 22. It's not the same fired out of a rifle chamber as it is a pistol chamber. It's possible. It's possible that due to distance, a 223 could be stopped by a 3+ vest. Maybe. It's just it's not really likely. That's the thing. What if we find out this was a 5.56? There's no possibility that the vest at that distance would have stopped it. I have a 3+ vest myself. It's not going to stop a rifle round. God damn. Yeah, won't stop a 223, that's for sure. It'll slow it down. It might keep it from killing you. Yeah, 300 blackout. I do want to get a rifle in blackout, by the way. That is pretty cool. This was not 22 long rifle. My God. It was a 223 or something like that. Are you seriously telling me that he used a 22 long rifle to try to assassinate the President of the United States? Are you fucking kidding me? Do we literally know what the weapon is? I want to know what the weapon is. Do you have a link? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, for the love of God. Oh, well, that makes it even more fucking interesting. You're telling me he tried to blow his head off with a 22 long rifle? But he had an AR-15 chambered in 22 long rifle? Are we talking 223, like the actual rifle caliber? Did he have some sort of weird hybrid weapon or something like that? I'm aware of that fact, Bretling. I'm just trying to figure out what exact weapon was used. Okay, AR-15, so 223. I'm just trying to fucking figure out what the fuck is going on. I don't fucking know. I'm doing the best I bloody can. Okay, so he was possibly using 223 rounds out of an AR-15. Okay, so standard rifle round. Don't tell me that he's using some sort of weird pistol conversion or something like that with a 22. It's not the same thing. I know that it's a 22 caliber, but it's not the same. A 223 fired out of a rifle is not going to hit the same as a 22 out of my revolver. Holy shit. Here you are trying to convince me that he was using pistol rounds or something like that. 223 is not a pistol round. I mean, there's probably pistols chambered in it at this point. God. You can get pretty much everything any day. I don't know what the fuck is going on at this point. Basically, Donald Trump got shot in the ear. He survived. Unfortunately, one other person didn't. I think there are 2 people in critical, and one of them may have died, unfortunately. And, holy shit. I'm trying to keep up with the news cycle, but it's impossible. Yeah, I've got 12 messages right now. Let me see them. What do you have to say to me? Yeah, lots of news. I'm doing me bloody best. This has been one off the rails live stream. I think that I'm going to go offline at this moment because at some point I have to go to sleep. And yes, I know the difference between like 22 long rifle and 223 rounds. I'm well aware of the facts. Don't worry about that. I'm doing the best I can. I'm trying to keep up, but it's almost impossible. So I'm going to go offline, and I can actually figure out how to go offline here. Ooh. Just a sec. All right, I'm going offline, and I bid you adieu. That's about all. Peace out.